Alright, I just gotta make this video. I don't even know if I want to post it. I don't want to post it. Like, I don't want to make it. But I feel like I kind of need to say it. I need to say what I've been thinking. Which is a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff that I haven't been talking about, covering it up, trying to put on a facade. I've talked about all this. I've been stressing too much, worrying about freaking YouTube analytics. It's a good thing. It's a good thing. I'm glad I'm glad it's happened. I'm glad. You know, I needed a good freaking look at myself. I mean, I stress for no reason. I have high anxiety now. I'm getting better. But you know, one day at a time, baby steps. But anyways, I'm tired of being the victim. I mean, I could say that without being brainwashed by the right, you know? The right. I mean, I do believe they manipulated a lot of people, the right, being the right, because made people feel like they were less than. And I feel like Democrats, you know, they played into that, and they're no Mr. Nice Guy. It's two freaking sides of the same coin, if you ask me. I don't want to say that, but that's what I think it is. I think there might be good and people left. I was about to say good and bad people left. I know there's bad people left. Who are they? I don't really know. It depends on what your definition of good is. Well, that depends on what your definition of the meaning of life is, right? I mean, what's your meaning of life? There's certain people, left and right, their meaning of life is to accumulate as much as they can. You know, some of it's just for themselves, some of it for themselves, but they give back, they're decent people. Some of it is to freaking corrupt the whole world. I mean, there's all types of stuff. I don't really know. I don't really care. I do care, but I don't have the time to care. I don't know how people have the time to care. They're caught up in it. And divided, you know, but I feel like people are in constructs, if that's the right word. They're caught up in left versus right type mentality. Us versus them. We've heard it all before, and if I talk like this, the right will say that, you know, I'm trying to incite a civil war. I'm trying to give out dystopian vibes. It's no secret that, you know, it's happening. Like, people are face down on the phones all the time, living in little fantasy gaga worlds, and listening to this guy, getting all these talking points from this person, left and right. But it's like, you know, you say that, the right goes, oh, you're cuckoo. You say, oh, well, you know what? I am living in a little world where I'm pitying myself, and it's not these people's fault. Then the left say, okay, you know, you've been indoctrinated, or whatever. Both sides say that shit. I'm tired of it. Look, everybody's trying to figure it out. Why do we gotta be left and right? Why the frick do we have to be left and right? All I know is that there shouldn't be people eating caviar, drinking champagne, when there's freaking poor people, right? When there's people starving. Oh, they're drug addicts. So they deserve to starve? Question mark? I don't think so. I don't know. That don't seem right. Is money more important to you than a life, a human life? Now, I understand the left will try to, play like both try to play on people's emotions. Go, oh, we're gonna get you to focus on this so we could fuck you up the ass over here. Excuse my language. I'm sorry. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of paying attention to it. I think the whole world's caught up in it worse than it's ever been. Growing up, people didn't really care, and they were living life more. Now, since the internet and since like the real consolidation, like shrinkage of the internet based on these certain apps that we all use, where it doesn't even feel like the internet was. There's been videos about that. We're all just living on this pre-constructed algorithms to the point where garbage gets promoted. Sometimes creativity gets promoted, which I'm not saying you can't find beautiful stuff on an app like YouTube or any app for that matter, but I'm talking about the majority of stuff that gets promoted is slop. There's videos about it. There's brain rot. I've played games about it. It's no secret that people are, that was a long sigh. There's no secret that people are like not in tune with nature. But if you say go touch grass, you're like a weird spiritual bastard, to quote Bubbles.
Violence is never the answer. Fuck you, Don, you weird spiritual bastard.
Off of Trailer Park Boys. But get out of here, Donald, you weird. Which is funny. That's my name, and I always get the freaking shit end of the stick with my name. Besides my grandpa, I was named after my grandpa. I even accidentally said I was named after Donald Trump. I just meant I had his name, and everybody always said, "Oh, Donald Trump, where's the money?" I don't have no fucking money, you know. Like, I didn't grow up with money, but it didn't matter. It didn't freaking matter. And nowadays, people are working hard. I'm working hard for my stuff, and I ain't giving my damn taxes to no fucking, And meanwhile, it's like, dude, I'm working 40 hours a week, and I still get government assistance, and I need that shit. Oh, so what? I get to have some chips and fucking fudge rounds if I want. Damn, I'm cussing a lot. Sorry. Some chips, fudge rounds if I want. Which I don't even have that. Sometimes some soda. But it's like, the wealthy are over there driving these cars, like these expensive $1 billion cars or whatever, $500 million cars, eating caviar, living the life. They got the knowledge to do that. Meanwhile, people are fucking like living life uneducated. Fucking their only happiness comes from that. You're not teaching them shit. You're teaching them about how to be a good little freaking robot to keep the construct going. Like, and survival of the fitness, boys.
Survival of the fitness, boys.
Like Ricky said. Seriously, like, that's what you're doing. You're not, did I get something wrong here? Because I definitely had a possibility blindness. I definitely didn't think about that shit or worry about that shit. Like, and it's not a bad thing. Who says money is everything? Like, I don't think money is the meaning of life. I think it's nice to have some, because you need it to do shit. Right? But it's not the meaning of life. I think the meaning of life is to be happy. And you got to be happy to be a good person, because I think the meaning of life is to be a good person, meaning, one with nature type shit. Love everybody. Everybody love everybody.
Everybody love everybody. Right there up on the wall.
Got that, Monix? Nope. Great.
I really hope I can get these clips. It'd be funny. But anyways, I've been trying to talk about this shit forever. And it's because I've been dealing with it myself. I've been dealing with pitying myself. I've been dealing with stressing out myself. I've been dealing with not believing in myself. I've been dealing with not knowing what the fuck's going on. Sorry, I keep cussing. And I've been dealing with trying to be myself and not vulgar on these videos. I'm a little vulgar. It's how I grew up, okay? But I also grew up really humble and feeling like I was less than. That's a hard one. You know, feeling like I didn't have a freaking shot, dude. And I'm not saying pity me because, again, I'm like, nah, man. Nobody gives a fuck. Nobody's coming to save me. You know, nobody's coming to save anybody. Like, it's up to them, right? And then you start sounding like a Republican. And then the problem with that is if you start then being shitty towards somebody, they might not have thought about that. They might be going through something that you don't even know. You don't even, like, you don't. And then you might just be being a bitch. I hate to say it, but the reason why I keep saying this is because you should just be happy. You should be grateful you're alive. I think you should. I mean, I think people's perception is so dark and so distorted by constructs and their internet, the internet, and they lost the way. You know, they lost the way. It's sickening, and I think everybody is trying to like present as they got it go, you know, and it's like a game to some people. It's like a game, you know. It's like freaking, and then at the highest level of the game, it's just numbers being moved around. I mean, look at Scrooge. He was rich and all alone. He was miserable. What did he do at the end of Scrooge? He was nice to everybody. He gave it back. I mean, that's the point. That's the meaning. What's the point of having everything by yourself? Gain the world and lose your soul? What the freak? Nah, but they got people thinking that. They got people so fucking worried about their shekels. I love using that word. So worried about their money that was going to get taken anyways, going towards this or that, when the problem is they're getting screwed on their paycheck to begin with because they're, you know, everything's messed up. You know, stuff costs less. But whose fault is that? You know? To me, it's the freaking government's fault. It's like we should, I'm not saying let's revolt. You know, let's have a revolution. But they're supposed to work for us. And I don't even care. I don't even care. I think everybody needs to focus on their self. And I think the world would be a better place if everybody wasn't so full of their damn self. In a bad way. You could be full of yourself in a good way, like Matthew McConaughey said. But you can also be a dick. And I've never been a dick, but it was also because I was like afraid to be confident, afraid to be who I am, afraid to be judged, afraid to feel like I was less than, stupid, you know, a freaking crazy person, a peasant. In the eyes of the universe, I think we're all the same. It doesn't matter how much numbers you have in the bank account. doesn't, if they're, to the higher power, to whoever created all this, I don't think that's what's important. And if that's the case, even if this was a simulation and that's the point of this video game, I'm good. I would rather be happy with pennies as long as I could survive, even if I had to live off the damn land in the middle of nature like we used to. Go primal, like the Liver King. No, I'm playing. I don't know. I think I'm just as confused as everybody else, but I think I got it figured out to some extent, because I'm no longer feeling like crap about myself, worried about these videos, and like, I just hope I could help somebody. That's really all I want to do. I want to know that I'm not alone thinking this. I want to know that, and like I said, it's not about being like, fuck the world, fuck the government type shit. It's about just like, yeah, I just want to be a human too. I just want to be a human and like be able to live and not have to worry about where my next meal is, or because I've been like uneducated and I don't hunt for my food. I hardly know how to cook. I'm pretty good at cooking, but I'm not that. I'm probably shit compared to some people. So it's like, yeah, we've lost all these skills. We're just losing all these skills, losing all these things, and some people aren't. Some people are maintaining that, and that's wonderful. But the majority of people aren't. Like at most, people have some chickens, and they're proud. They're damn proud of those chickens, and they should be. It's a start. It's a start. I'm halfway through my garden. My garden I was making. I got a drill. I bought a drill from somebody. Tell me, look at this story. Alright, this guy, he was getting rid of a raised bed, and he goes, "Oh, you want this raised bed?" So I was like, okay, picked it up. Had it at my house for about 3 weeks. He asked me, "You got that raised bed up yet?" I said, "No, I don't have a drill." I had a drill. It got stolen. Long story. But, he said, "I got a drill you could buy. $25. I saw it. It was a Milwaukee 9-volt. Came with a little saw and like 4 batteries. I was like, okay. Milwaukee is a good brand, I think. Let me get it. I charge these things up, and I tried to drill through the wood. First, I had to put this stuff together because it was like a puzzle. It was like a puzzle. I had to figure it out because it had been 6 months since the 3 weeks, And I finally got it kind of similar. Tried to drill. I got like 3 screws in and the battery died. So it's been a process. I resorted to trying to match up holes. So that means I got to find exactly which way each piece of wood went to what, to make it easier, because these batteries are no good. I told the guy last Monday, "Hey, this is what happened." He said, "Oh, they've been sitting for a while. You have to charge them a few times. They'll gain power." He could be right. He could be right. I don't know. I didn't know it worked that way, but also I didn't know if you didn't use them, they died. Because I had them charged before, and then I went to go use them, they died. I guess that's lithium or whatever they're made out of, because my GoPro, if I don't use it, because I never use it, it dies. So I always charge it, and then it dies. But anyways, I'm halfway through the garden. And it's been a process, but I'm getting there. it could still be sitting there in a pile. When I get some free time this weekend, I'm going to do it. And I did it without filming it because I don't want to have to film something to do it, to have the motivation to do it. It's like, oh, I don't want to base my life off of filming. I want to base filming off my life, but also I want there to be some things that I just don't have to film. It's like you don't have to, if I wanted to film everything, I'd be like vlogging all the time and in real life streaming, but I don't want to do that. I want to show what I want to show, certain parts of me. I don't want y'all to judge. No, that's how I felt before. Now I don't really care. I'm just going to be more myself. I've spoke about this, but yeah, all this shit's been bothering me about my videos not popping off, but also I don't know shit about, I'm not that smart when it comes to this. I don't know how to put in keywords and all that. So, trying my best here. I don't know how to edit, but I'm trying. Hopefully I could throw some clips into this. That'd be nice. It's getting a little long. But that's okay, because maybe I'll just like upload it 24 hours. Like set it to upload. I don't even know if I could do that on my phone. So anyways, scratch that. I don't know what I'll do, but I'll upload it when I upload it. And I'm not going to worry about it, because I'm sick of worrying about whether a video pops off or not. I'm sick of feeling like sorry about it. Like I ain't gonna lie and say I haven't. I've been feeling a little sour about it. While at the other time having success on other apps and stuff like that, and I don't want to get into it, but I don't know. I also wasn't putting in the effort, so I'm tired of beating myself up about it. Tired of talking about it. I'm tired of feeling pity. I'm tired of feeling whack about feeling pity. I'm tired of being stressed about all this stuff. And I just think about how many people are like walking around with so much stuff going on that they can't stop and like have a conversation with somebody. A stranger, say hello, talk, sometimes when you won't, sometimes you got to get out of your own way. Sometimes you got, like, if you don't want to get up and do anything, sometimes you just got to get up, and who knows, something magical might happen. Like, try to ask the universe for something. I'm trying to ask the universe for understanding and all this stuff, and, whatever happens, kind of thing. But also, I can't just sit there expecting something to happen. I can't just sit there and do the same thing over and over, expecting different results. I know that. Like, that's the definition of insanity. And maybe some people are insane. I don't know. I don't want to be one of those people. I don't want to be one of those people that just walk around like rambling to herself, like, oh yeah. Yes. Anyways, I understand why they do it. I understand why they do it, because they're tired of the rat race. They're tired of thinking about it. They're tired of, like, and sometimes I think I just need to get off the internet, but also I want to help people. Like I said, I couldn't just be, I don't even know if I said it in this video, but I couldn't just be being happy with myself. I would have to know that, like, I would have to try to help others. Whether it's like, when it comes down to it, like, I want to, like, if I could make a random person at the store or whatever, if I could make their day a little bit better by trying to be a nicer person, that's what I've been trying to do. Like, instead of walking in there, like, just giving my stuff, like, or even, like, frustrated worrying about my day, I wanted to, like, I've started to stop and wonder what other people are going through, and then, like, try to, like, just be a positive person so they have a positive interaction, and perhaps that changes their whole day. But I also I'm not going to be one of those people that just walk up to you and say, oh, God told me to tell you that he loves you. I mean, that's awesome. I love those people. And I also love those people that pay for you in front of you, in front of you at McDonald's. I know you're supposed to like pay it forward, like keep it going, but I don't. I haven't. And that's, nor do I tip with the Ronald McDonald House. Sometimes, because they get the best of me and I start to feel guilty. And, I just don't want to say no. But also, I feel like McDonald's has enough to give. Why do they need my 48 cents or whatever that could go towards my kid's next meal at McDonald's? No, I'm playing. I heard it's not good for you. I mean, I heard it's like, supposedly, allegedly, you gotta say all that. One large fry is like a pack of cigarettes, which I don't even know how that equates. But if so, they should be putting some parents in jail. Anyways, let's not go there. I don't even know if I'm going to upload this. 25 minutes. 25 minutes of me just rambling. Sounding like a crazy person. Bitching and moaning. Repeating myself. History repeats itself. I don't know. I think about people all throughout time sometimes. I'll say this and then I'll shut up and leave in the video. No, I think about people like all throughout time and like everything they were going through and how they felt. How the constructs of their day and age and time made them feel, and all the fucking cool ass people that were just living, like Matthew McConaughey and Dazed and Confused.
Livin.
Man, I gotta get all these clips now. I gotta get these clips. I gotta go watch the video. I gotta listen to this video and then I gotta get the clips. I'll get them. If you saw the clips, I did some work. For this video. You're my boy, Ricky.
He died, though. R.I.P. Ricky.
Dang it. I gotta add that. He didn't deserve it.
Never did nothing to nobody. Well, you bit a lot of people, Viper, so technically you might actually deserve this.
Anyway, all right. Kevin Hart and Secret Life of Pets. Yeah. It's the little things. That's what life is about. And L-E-L. No. E-L-E. Everybody love everybody. Semi-pro. Yeah. Anyways, that's it. I'm ending it. Thanks for watching.